Hey guys, this is Francis from McCaffrey Crafts, and just making a few videos of some things that I made and did over the years, and just thought it'd be interesting to you guys to know. So there was a time when I was known for making these as well, and in addition to my walking sticks, I'm always looking for various things to do. And you know, there was a Kerry footballer, Paul Galvin. And Paul Galvin, maybe about 10 years ago, he was like on TV. He's very known for his fashion and for being like, you know, wearing cutting edge things. He was like an Irish football player. He had like the tattoos and he had the black beard, and he was very kind of like, you know, a fashion icon and on fashion TV and stuff. So anyway, like one day I'm watching like, I think it was a magazine or something, and I saw that he was wearing what was a manket, which is a blanket for men, like a manket. So I kind of looked at it and I said, okay, maybe I can do something similar like that. And I looked around for some fabrics, and near my home, 5 kilometers away, there's Kerry Woolen Mills. And Kerry Woolen Mills, they make like a tweed fabric as well, 100% wool. And you can buy the fabric per meter. So it's, I think at the time it was like €30 per meter. So to make one of these mankets, it costs about like €60. You'd have to buy like 2 meters of fabric. And this is like Irish tweed, 100% wool, like the finest type of fabrics that you can get out there as well. And so I thought it'd be pretty cool to make a manket. Let me model it for you as well. So it's just like a blanket, and you just kind of wear it around like a shawl. And yeah, you're your own Celtic warrior, your kind of poncho type thing. And it's very easy to make. It's like literally you just like cut it, like you have it cut like a square. It's like 2 meters by 2 meters. And then you kind of cut like a kind of a long U shape in the middle of it. And a long U shape is where you put your head in here. And, you know, you have this like long U, and you can then just wrap it around. You can put little brooches and little things as well. And but when I looked online, you know, the mankits sound like a stupid name, and everyone was calling them Celtic ruanas. And they're already like shawls and ruanas and different things as well. And so yeah, so for a while I was making these, and like they're quite easy. You just kind of like finish them, you know, by you know, just finishing off the end with like a sewing machine, and then you just kind of like, you know, make these little tassel things at the end. And it's quite easy to do. And I was getting my wife to do them, and you know, she wasn't really too happy because I was like, come on, get them going. And they sold pretty well on Etsy, and I did okay for a while with them. And they'd go for about 120, but like the fabrics would cost, like, to get the good fabrics, it would cost like about €60 to get them. Then like to get my wife to do them as well, and to pay her, and then, you know, with the Etsy 15% fee, and with shipping them, and with all different things, there wasn't too much meat left on the bone. And if you sold them more than that price, like, they didn't really sell at anything. And then, like, you know, I hired some lady from Eastern Europe to kind of make them and stuff as well. And then you know, she decided she wanted to do it herself, and she got like cheaper fabrics from Poland and from Eastern Europe and from different places. And then there was like a huge kind of surge of people that were making these. Then they weren't as kind of unique as well. Like, it was literally, you get a square piece of fabric, 2 meters by 2 meters, cut a U in, finish the ends, boom. Like, they weren't that difficult to make. And then like a lot of people were getting fabric that you could get for €10 per meter. So for €20 they were making the shawls and calling them like Irish shawls. And, you know, they were no more Irish than the man in the moon. Like, you know, they were made like in Eastern Europe and to different places. And then there was like a huge flood into the market of guys and crafters that saw, you know, these were being made, and there was a bit of a gold rush on them. And then, like, you know, they just became like really, really common. And another thing too is like men, like I was targeting more these to men. I thought it was like, you know, these kind of shawls like John Wayne, you know, wears poncho or something like that. But actually, these are pretty hot, man. I'm sweating right now. But yeah, so I made these for a while, and it was just one of these products that there wasn't too much meat on the bone unless you do it at scale and have a factory and have people making. So if you're probably doing it a bit scale, you can make some money on it. But like for me, it was just something that was time consuming, and I was trying to get someone to work a sewing machine. And then like anyone who was going to do it, then they decided they want to do it themselves. They looked at my Etsy shop. They just did clones of my Etsy. They called similar to what I was called in it as well. So like I was like, I don't need this, man. And it's like, you know, there wasn't a lot of meat in the bone on this product as well, unless you buy the really cheap fabric. If you buy the real cheap fabric, and market it as like Irish tweed or something like that, and some variation, you could make some good money. But like, you know, I would just get the tweed from the Kerry woolen mills, and so it was a bit more expensive to do that. So, you know, I thought I'd show you guys one of these things that that I used to do a lot of as well, in addition to my walking sticks, and hopefully you guys can get some value from these kind of honest videos. Thank you for watching.